Righty then, let's go check out our cheap one-day makeover subject. Alright. Basically all I did here was I went to the junkyard and I found a set of really nasty grubby Accord EX wheels. And so I got those and got the tires with them. I had good tires on them, so had to pay $200 for the wheels and tires, which is about fair, I guess. And I cleaned the wheels up repeatedly several times and got them pretty clean, and then I painted the center caps and got them, they were flaking a little bit, and I used a Sharpie to color in the H on those. And one thing to note on these, there's two different sets of hubcaps and two different sets of wheels. The LX and DX use a 4-lug wheel like this one, and the EX uses a 5-lug wheel. So if you're going to do this, you need to remember what you're putting the wheels on and what you're taking them off of. And the hubcaps have to match also, because there's 4-lug and 5-lug hubcaps, because on Hondas the lug nuts hold the hubcaps on. Let's take a look inside. Notice anything different? Got that. 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 And then we get in here. That. 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 Now all this is off an EX. LX has never had any of this. Maybe it was optional, but I've never seen it on one. But the good news is it's easy to do this change over. The EX always, as far as I can tell, always came with automatic climate control. But the excuse me, this cover here, or trim piece, it will fit any of them. It fits any car. If it's either coupe or sedan, LX, EX, DX, does not matter. And all you have to do is just take this whole thing out. It's got a screw back behind. You pry that clock up at the bottom, and then it'll pop out. You take it out, unplug it. There's a screw at the back there, and then there's 2 screws that face upwards right here, one here and one here. And you take those out, and this whole thing just kind of pulls out. And then when it does, this assembly here unbolts from the back of it. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little bolts on it, screws, whatever. So you can swap these out. You don't have to worry about you know, getting one of these that has manual climate control, because you can't find one. They never didn't put them on an LX, but it all swaps over. And the same with this down here. This actually came out of an automatic equipped car. Just about every Accord in the junkyard is an automatic. If I'm 1 5-speed, that should tell you something there. But all you have to do on this is, the automatic has a little plate that goes around the top, kind of a little trim plate, and you just take that off and discard it. I didn't even bring that home because I didn't need it. And these things are designed to either take a shift boot or use with automatic. The opening is the same size here. You don't have to worry about that either. It just swaps it right over. So I just use my shift boot from the old console cover, the black one, and just use the 4 little screws that came with the old one, put it on this one, and this thing just pops down, and then you unscrew the knob off of it. And that's how I did that. Now the issue I had to actually end up going back to the junkyard. The issue I had was that this, for whatever reason, these switches are different. They're the same style switch, and they work either or in either car. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to worry about that, but this thing fits. But the way this is just one big opening right here, and this switch on the EX has got this kind of a black filler in thing, and I think it actually comes off of the switch, so I really could have used my old switches and just got this little garnish panel. But I wanted to go ahead and replace these switches anyway because the printing was worn off the old ones, and so that's what I had to do. I had to go get all 4 switches, this one and the other 3 on the other doors. But they went right in, no problem. They worked just fine. So this is an easy upgrade to make it, a little bit warmer and more upscale in here. I'm not normally a wood grain person, but I'm also not a blue interior person either. So it was a little bit too much black and blue for my taste. And now this thing I've not finished with yet because I accidentally, I don't know what's going on. Well, yeah, I do actually. I got that. You saw in another video. I got that the replacement assembly, and I put it all together and actually got it working. And I went to put it in there, and it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't go all the way up to the, it wouldn't. The front would go in flush, but the back would not. It lacked about ½ an inch out here. So I looked at it and tried it a few different times. And then I took a real close look at it, and I noticed that the one I got from the junkyard said EX on the back of it, and the one, of course, comes out of here said LX. And I realized what's going on. The one that I bought, the replacement, the back of it is made a little bit taller because in here this is different because that other car had a sunroof in it. So it was an LX with a sunroof. So if you ever have to replace one of these, keep that in mind. You need to get either an LX, get one that fits an LX with a solid roof, or a car with a sunroof. You can't interchange them, and you cannot take them apart to change the parts on them. Not the back part of it where that little thing flips down. That ain't gonna happen. So that's it, guys. That's the little makeover, and just took a good afternoon to do it. It was a fun little project to do, something to divert myself from getting over a cold and cold weather and the trials and tribulations of everyday life. So I've got some pieces to start back in on the dart back there, so I'm going to get back on it and hopefully get going if you do a few things on that car back there. And so stay tuned. Trying real hard not to keep buying cars and do nothing with them. I'm trying to do things with the ones I have. So stay tuned. There'll be something else going on, I'm sure. And until then, everybody have a good one. Please comment, subscribe, rate, whatever you want to do. Gripe, doesn't matter. So we'll see you then. Have a good one.